Okay, look guys, I understand there's a lot of tension between the three of us, but please hear me out before you guys say anything. I understand we're not on the same page right now, and I'm fine with that being the case until after capital punishment, when you and I have our match, Donald. But we cannot let this tension affect our GM mode series. We've come way too far in that series to put a halt to it now because of the situations we have going on in the universe mode. So I called you both here for the sake of agreeing to a truce. We put this tension under the rug during our GM mode sessions for the sake of our fine viewers watching at home. And when it's time for capital punishment, then Donald, you and I can then unleash all of our built-up anger and frustration on one another when we clash for the $1 Million Championship. But we are not taking the GM mode series through that soon-to-be-created fire. We have to put the series and the people over our drama. Can we please agree to that?
I mean, I'm fine with agreeing to these terms. Despite losing to Donald in our match, I'm more concerned with putting Boris in his place at capital punishment anyway. So it's really up to just you and Donald, not the three of us.
Putting Boris in his place? Boris isn't the one who belongs in a damn coffin, Joe.
That's enough, Donald!
Whoa. I was only referencing the fact that he and Boris are going to be competing in a casket match at capital punishment. I swear I meant nothing by it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
I am fine with calling a truce during our GM mode sessions. But Barack, I guarantee that will not be the case when I get my hands on you in our $1 Million Championship match.
That was quite the surprising outcome indeed. Before we see if the three match up to their words, however, I have been given a task by the creator to make a special announcement regarding a Discord server that he and many other AI presidential creators are a part of. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you AI Force One, a growing community where the creator and many others of your potential favorite content creators reside.
Yep, that's me.
Here you'll be able to chat and hang with many others who have joined the server already, as well as interact with us creators as well. We also come together for our weekly community night streams, where you'll have the chance to chill and play some games with the creators and other viewers. It is a thriving community that gets stronger by the day, and we would love to have you all be a part of it. Who knows, maybe this is the way you'll find your true favorite AI content YouTuber. Because you and I know for a fact that the creator of this channel is a complete and utter waste of space. Anyways, the link will be in the description of this video. For now, though, it's time to get on with our regular GM mode business. Enjoy the video, everyone.
So it's clear that my roster is going to be in tatters. Wait, Donald, what the hell are you still doing in here? It's not your turn yet.
Don't worry, Barack. Things will remain civil as we initially agreed when we were in that call. But I need to make sure you're going to stick to the parameters of the bet and release Santos Escobar from your roster. I'll be doing the same thing to Joe when it's his turn. It's nothing personal. It's just business. The art of the deal, if you will.
Okay, quick question. Just out of curiosity, if you had to choose between dropping the $1 Million title or never speaking about the art of the deal again, which would you pick?
Oh, wow. Never thought I'd say this, but perhaps there truly are questions that not even the Donald can answer. Hey, wait a damn minute. Santos isn't your most popular star?
I guess the popularity and stamina stats we saw on the trade screen were the ones our stars had before our Fastlane event. But you know what? You said I had to release Santos. In fact, you put your foot down on it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not exactly breaking parameters if I was to still release him instead of someone else.
Fine, I'll let you have that. Not knowing that the stat changes from our Fastlane event hadn't yet been implemented was a critical error on my part.
Damn. I think that's the first time I've heard you admit that you've made a critical error. You didn't even admit that during your trial.
Why the hell would I have said that during my trial? The whole thing was complete corruption made by Joe's presidency to begin with. But speaking of critical errors, did you see his performance in the election last week?
I know he's my VP, but I think his age is finally starting to get to him. Wait a minute, were we just being civil to one another?
I mean, that was the agreement, was it not? Anyways, I'll let you get back to your booking. You mind if I raid your fridge before it's my turn?
Sure, knock yourself out. Now, it's actually kind of fitting that we've landed on this screen here. You see, a couple of you pointed this out to us on our last episode. We're not using the assets we have to their full ability. Now, I can't speak for the other two, but the reason I never thought about upgrading my show logistics is because I didn't want to be spending too much money. Especially when it feels like we're living in Joe's economy whilst playing this because everything here costs an arm and a leg. But a couple of you actually went into detail and explained why it's crucial to upgrade these. So thank you for that. I will now attempt to upgrade my logistics a bit and hope it gives me a bit of an edge when it comes to winning this series. Hopefully Donald and Joe haven't come across these comments yet. So I needed some recruitment after losing Santos. And whilst I didn't get Wyatt like many of you have been wanting, I got the next best thing in the form of Uncle Howdy. And wow, what a debut he and his new group had. I'm sure Bray was smiling down on them during that segment. It's one of those moments that makes you smile and cry at the same time. It was beautiful. So remember when Donald gave Bray the United States title during our 2K23 GM mode series? As a tribute to the man, I figured I could do something similar with Uncle Howdy. Unless, of course, JD ends up retaining here, which I really hope he doesn't. Unfortunately, I don't have a fixed match card to stop that potential outcome. We're also going to be starting a rivalry between two of the hottest up-and-comers the WWE has at the moment. Braun Breaker will be putting his title on the line against Carmelo Hayes. This could easily be a future WrestleMania main event.
This Ronda experiment has been a waste of time and money. Please exit the premises of my show and go back to hating wrestling on whatever podcast you're on this week. As if Joe was actually right about her. He really was just trying to help me when he called me out about signing her. Now, what in God's name are these trash excuses of Shake Cup cards? Screw it, I'm just going to take one of these at random because I honestly can't think of one that would greatly benefit me at the moment. So if you guys remember, with me winning the bet against Obama, he had to trade me his most popular star at the time. Surprisingly, it was Angelo Dawkins of all people. It's great to see the man getting some more recognition, even if it is just a video game. Anyways, I plan to use him in a strong rivalry with my United States champion Baron Corbin, who has become quite the popular star in his own right. Did you guys know that Baron has only held one title on the main roster in real life? He recently became an NXT Tag Team Champion, but he shouldn't have had to go back to developmental just to get his hands on gold again. As for the rest of the show, we're going to use Ronda in her last match by having her face Mami Rhea in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And I'm also going to be trying to build the feud with Gunther and Cody up a bit more. They're both on fumes at the moment in terms of stamina, so unfortunately I can't be putting them in matches for quite some time.
So I'm going to be putting Nakamura and Theory in the main event tonight. Nakamura wanted a main event match, and my darling Theory wanted to actually team with the man. I love it when a plan comes together like that. Wait a minute. Wasn't there something Donald wanted me to do?
As the parameters of the bet that we agreed to last episode indicate that you and Joe now have to release your most popular star. You have to release Nakamura.
Could have been worse for me. Nope, can't think of anything. Damn this dementia of mine.
Oh my lordy lord! I'm rich!
Jill, we're rich? Let's go buy the world's biggest bed and an entire ice cream parlor to ourselves. Happiness that I've just been given a massive advantage over the boys aside. My show is honestly a really simple one to follow, so it really won't take me long at all to book. I'm basically going to make sure not to spend any unnecessary funds on new stars and such here, so that my budget for next week will be as big as I can possibly make it with the double-up shake-up card I just got. And even with that in mind, I've still managed to get a pretty decent women's title match on my card tonight. Things are coming up Biden just like they will at the election this year.
Donald, what are you still doing in here?
What do you mean? I've booked my show, so I came back to finish raiding your fridge. Please tell Manchel to stop buying so much healthy crap, though.
But weren't you going to make sure Joe released Nakamura just like I had to do to Santos?
Oh crap. Listen, Joe, did you release Nakamura like I told you to?
Release Nakamura? Oh yeah, now I remember. You know how bad my dementia can get, Donald.
You son of a bitch!
Now hang on, Donald, I gotta interject here. Now yes, whilst the solution for our bet made by our fine viewers included Joe losing his most popular star, there were others who were actually quite confused on why Joe was also getting punished. And to be fair, I agree.
I hope you're not just saying this because of this little truce you've called for whilst we play through GM mode.
Not at all, Donald. Joe was completely innocent in this. Remember, the bet was between just me and you. And for the love of God, Braun, you holding on to the title for more than 1 week is somehow even more impossible than Michelle buying food that isn't healthy.
Okay, 3 things. 1, screw you, Ronda, for not putting over Rhea in your last match for my show. 2, I bloody well knew Michelle had you on a health grind Obama. And 3, I'm willing to let Joe keep Nakamura if that is indeed what the viewers want. Besides, I got my revenge on him anyway by beating him in the ring in the last Universe Mode episode. I don't exactly need to go overboard on him.
You just had to include me losing our match during that speech of yours, didn't you? Whatever. I'll redeem myself by putting Boris in a casket at capital punishment.
Which I'm sure everyone would love to see. Anyway, you heard Donald, folks. Let us know if Joe gets to keep Nakamura or not.
I am so cooking right now.
As if you're actually turning Baron Corbin of all people into a star. And using Angelo Dawkins of all people to do it.
Skill issue, Barack. You'd still have Dawkins on your brand if you had won the bet.
Wait a damn minute, did Bailey just lose?
Oh damn, hasn't Bailey been your women's champion since the start of the series?
Man, this sucks. I wanted her to go on a full series reign, then possibly lose the gold to Tegan Knox in the final episode.
Look on the bright side, Joe. At least your world champions can keep hold of the gold for longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, for real. What in the world is going on with Braun Breaker Obama?
How should I know? It's the game making the simulation decisions after all.
Maybe you could turn it into a fun story about Braun not thinking he can cut it as the top champion and overcoming that fear.
I'm sorry, Joe, but that's a stupid idea, considering the fact that Braun is literally spearing people in half every week in real life.
Don't you think for a damn second, by the way, Joe, that we missed you giving another damn title to Theory?
I think you meant to say my darling Theory.
I hope you're the one being put into the casket now instead of Boris. Wait a damn minute.
Ah, see, you've noticed.
What the hell, Joe? Did you get some kind of shake-up card that increased your budget?
Actually, yes, that's exactly what happened.
This is absolute garbage. Mudsdale manure. I got absolute crap with my shake-up cards. How is this fair?
Let him have this, Donald. He'll probably freeze up like he did at the election debate and forget he even has double the budget now.
What the hell, Obama?
Good one, Obama.
That wasn't nice at all.
Oh, come on, Joe, you know I'm just horsing around. I'm just trying to be civil with Donald here.
And why do I have to be the butt of the joke for that to happen?
Oh, stop being a sourpuss, Joe. You're the one who's been given free money, which is weird since that's supposed to be my gimmick. Anyway, let's get to booking our last shows of the episode.
I appreciate you taking a lower contract extension offer, Dominic. Perhaps you're not as bad of a son as we think you are. Cora, I have no problem with you taking your balls and going home like you did that one time in NXT. And Lashley wants time off. I feel like he's been off my shows quite a lot this series. Maybe age is finally getting to him. He's 47 years old after all. So check out who I found in the talent scout search. I found Cody Rhodes. Now, how can this possibly work, you may ask? Well, remember when Donald signed Seth Rollins early on in the series, and it turned out it was the 2015 version he signed? Well, this is 2011 Cody Rhodes, during his undashing era. What this means is both me and Donald can have Cody Rhodes on our brands. And Lord knows I need some more star power after losing Santos. Plus, the stamina levels of my remaining stars are quite low. So let's see if we can add some strength back to those factors with this signing. How's our show looking this time then? Well, JD and Uncle Howdy are going to be continuing their rivalry over the Intercontinental Championship. Cody Rhodes is going to be in action against our world champion Carmelo Hayes. Maybe we can start a title feud between the two since Braun, for whatever reason, has butterfingers when it comes to keeping hold of the gold. And Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair are going to run it back from earlier on in the series with the women's title up for grabs.
Sorry, Big E, but your time of being a big meaty man slapping meat comes to an end. I really don't have any concrete plans for you, and have only been using you to help elevate my best friend Logan Paul. It's just businessman, just like this. He's asked me to turn him face. And I couldn't agree more with his proposal. I mean, who in the world wouldn't love this man? He has the biggest podcast in the world, and he invited me to be on an episode of it. Instant Cody Rhodes levels of babyface right there. It's crazy how I've got 2 stars in the 80s in terms of popularity. The problem, though, is that I currently can't use both Corbin and Dawkins because of the fact that they have no stamina. So I'm simply going to be trying to boost up their rivalry level through promo talk whilst they recover their lost stamina. I'm actually regretting not extending Big E's contract now, because that's left an open spot on my shows card, so we're going to have to fix this by signing Apollo Crews from the Talent Scout search just to fill that spot back up again. I would have paid more money to keep Big E, though, if the game had gifted me with the damn double money card like it did to Joe. But we're going to use Big E to the fullest in his last match. He'll be main eventing the show with Logan Paul, whilst Kane and Damian Priest kick off the show with a tables match.
What? How can you be unhappy? You're my damn women's champion. Screw her. Now that I have all this extra income in my budget, I can just dispose of Zelina and be done with her. Besides, I'm off out for a bit of main event star shopping in the Talent Scout searching. Let's see who we find.
This work? It do. It's just me, Ooze.
I prayed for this and it happened.
I don't shut up, I grow up, and when I look at you, I throw up.
The Fiend especially. I know there's been a lot of you asking for one of us to add Bray Wyatt to the series. And we thank you all for the patience it's taken for us to get this far. Who would have thought that all it would take for me to take the jump to acquiring him would be to get a double budget shakeup using nothing but the finest of skill. Okay, yeah, I can't even say that with a straight face. RNG was very kind to me today. So how are we going to use these new stars then? Well, I really don't have a clue. I just wanted to upgrade my roster a bit. My vision is to have Bray Wyatt go after my darling Theory for the gold. But we can save that for our final premium event of the series. which will be WrestleMania. For now, though, my darling Theory is actually in a world title program with Chad Gable, and we're going to be increasing their rivalry level through promo talk. Meanwhile, seeing as the women's title is now vacated, I can't think of a better time to make the start on Tegan Nox's main event push than now. She'll be feuding with Bayley over the vacated gold, and then as promised night, I'll be doing my damn hardest to get you that North American Championship. Let's see if you can take down Jimmy Uso in the main event.
Oh my God, JD is such an ass.
Fellas, I'm more than happy for you to make fun of his pathetic Minecraft-ass head for this.
I hope Uncle Howdy destroys the entire Judgment Day faction in real life because of this. Dominic especially for being a terrible son.
Donald?
What's up, Joe?
Nothing really. I guess I was just expecting a Hunter Biden joke there.
Is that 2011 Cody Rhodes?
Indeed, it is Donald.
Nice pull. All we need now is for Joe to acquire Stardust so we can complete the Cody equivalent of the Triforce. Anyway, Joe, in regards to your Hunter Biden query, I'm just keeping things civil as we all agreed we would. A Hunter Biden quip would definitely start an argument between the two of us. And to be honest,
Oh, damn new champion.
I really have been enjoying the lack of animosity between us. It feels like we're back to the first few episodes again, where our jabs towards each other was just playful banter.
I knew it. I knew you were still good, Donald.
Absolutely not. I am the baddest man on the planet. And I have the $1 million strap to prove that. But look, at the end of the day, the three of us are always going to be friends. And Barack, I think after our match at Capital Punishment, I think we'll definitely be able to patch things up. But I'd say it's pretty essential for our friendship that we have that match and end this beef once and for all.
I agree. Beat our personal animosity out of each other, and then go out and have a couple cold ones to celebrate. Or as I like to call it, the Sheamus and McIntyre theorem.
And at the end of the day, the $1 million title will still stay with the three of us regardless of the outcome. But the outcome will be me beating you for the gold, Obama. You can count on that.
Yeah, we'll see, Donald.
Also, I see you're already using that loan of $500,000 to the fullest, Joe, by buffing up your roster. Lucky old ass.
If I've got the money, I'm damn well going to flaunt and use it. Spit on that thing and bye. You can't be too mad at me, though, since I signed Bray Wyatt.
Which basically just means the request for John Cena showing up in the series is just going to skyrocket.
Which literally makes no sense. Cause like, has anyone even seen him before?
I know I'm old and my eyesight isn't what it used to be, but you literally can't see someone who's always invisible. Guys, look, who just won?
Well, that was fun. Despite the fact that Barack being first literally makes no sense.
Donald, the sense you're looking for is the damn trophy count we all have. To be fair, though, it's not like we've really been dedicating time to earning them. So we should probably do that during the 5 episodes this series has left.
We also need to put some work in on boosting our show logistics. My dementia keeps flaring up, so I always forget to mention them.
Oh, damn, you're right, Joe. I've been so focused on being the $1 million champion that I never really sit and think about the intricacies of the assets we have available. So I should probably look into the logistics as well.
Well, damn. There goes my advantage.
What do you mean, Barack?
Don't worry about it, Donald. We hope you all enjoyed this episode of GM Mode. We'll be back with episode 11 as our next video, followed by the special Capital Punishment episode of the Presidential Universe Mode.
Where Joe and Boris will try throwing each other into a funeral box, and where Barack will lose to the greatest $1 million champion of all time, me.
Once again, we'll see Donald.
But with that said, I've got an 18-hour nap to get started on. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more content from us. We'll catch you guys next time.